Hey guys, so this is going to be this part 2 of the season finale, the spring break episode. This episode was just so freaking good, and it totally did not end the way that I thought it was going to, but I will get into that in a second. So this episode, Matty is hanging out with his dad. He's getting closer to him, whatever. They're going fishing. And Gabby's pretty much like tagging along, trying to be, you know, the perfect girlfriend. And, you know, just support him and be there for him or whatever. So while they're, you know, fishing or whatever, Matty's kind of having like one-on-one time with his dad. And his dad kind of says something to him. He's like, you know, this chick right here is your soulmate. You know, thinking he's talking about Gabby, and he's like, the reason I say that is because, you know, she's supporting you and standing by your side, you know, while you're meeting me, and, you know, she helped you find me, you know, like, not a lot of women will do that for you, so she's definitely your soulmate. And we all know that, of course, Gabby wasn't the one to do that. It was Jenna. So he just starts thinking about Jenna, after his dad says that, and then he gets back to the house and he pretty much leaves Gabby, you know, to her lonesome. And Gabby's looking pretty sad at this point. You know, she knows that something's up with Matty, but he's not opening up to her, so there's nothing really that she can do about it. And then Matty is just kind of figuring things out with him and Jenna. He actually tries to go and find her, but her mom just kind of shuts Matty down, and she's like, you know what, you had your chance. You had your chance, and, you know, you gotta stop trying, bruh. Stop trying. So then, also in this episode, we all know that last week or whatever, Jenna met this new guy, and they're pretty much clicking and having a ball. She meets up with him on the beach, and then they like take their little thing to the bar, and they're just pretty much hanging out the whole day, having a good time or whatever. And she's like, Jenna's not even thinking about Matty. She's like, whatever. So then at the end of the episode, we see that, well, you know what, I'll tie all that up after I finish these other stories. So another thing that happened this episode was Jenna's mom, you know, last week when they got to the little resort or whatever, she wasn't drinking, and the guidance counselor was drinking, and Sadie's aunt or whoever that lady is was drinking. They're like, come on, Jenna's mom, turn up, let's get it. And Jenna's mom like, no, I'm not gonna drink, da 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 da. And we kind of, you know, wonder why, but the reason why is because she's pregnant, and, you know, this is gonna be her second child or whatever, and she just got into college, and we know that she didn't go to college when she had Jenna. And when Jenna's mom tells Jenna that she's pregnant, Jenna's pretty much like, you know, well, you still have to go to school, you know, don't let the second child do what I did and prevent you from going, you know, you gotta go and live on with your life. So that's probably going to be really interesting next season to see Jenna's mom pretty much balance school and being pregnant and raising a newborn, because I'm pretty sure that she's going to go back to school. Like, that was an encouraging speech, so she's probably going to go back to school. So that happens, and then Lisa is still wilding out, acting crazy. She does end up talking things over with her dad and just kind of discovering that she shouldn't let go of her relationship with God, and that she should just still, you know, try to get closer to him, and hopefully she'll stop acting crazy, because these last few episodes she's just been no, I don't like that Lisa. Sadie was also wilding out. Well, she wasn't wilding out, but Sadie was being a bee like always. And what's his name? What did I say his name was? I just said it. Sergio? Yeah, Sergio. So Sergio's like, you know, you gotta stop talking about people and putting other people down. You know, I love you, but you can't be acting like that. So Sadie at first is like blowing him off. Whatever, da 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 da, I am who I am. So then she goes to the bar with Tamara, who is also there, but Jenna. And they're all just there kind of hanging out. And Sadie bumps into, you know, this new guy. And he's like, oh, I like a girl with a, you know, B-side. Y'all know what I mean. So, she's like, oh, you know, cool. So as she's talking to him, she realizes she don't like this dude. You know, she likes her boyfriend, Sergio. So she goes home and she makes up with him. And she realizes, like, the reason why she's pretty much been bugging out and being mean to everyone is because she realizes how much she's going to miss him. So, yeah. And then, oh, let's wrap things up with, this part was just totally bananas. I don't even know what the heck the MTV was doing with this. So, Tamara and Sadie, I mean, not Tamara and Sadie, but Tamara and Jenna, you know, are at the bar with Sadie. And freaking Tamara meets this guy. I think his name was like Adam or something. And he pretty much proposes to her like at the bar. And she's also going away because he's in the Marines. So Tamara is like, okay, you know, cool. Yes, I'll marry you. She's thinking in her head like she just wanted to take the proposal and just kind of like imagine what it would be like to actually get married, but she doesn't actually think it'll happen. She doesn't actually like envision it in her head. She's just like, oh, we'll probably Skype and, you know, fall off and break up like all the other couples do that have long distance relationships. But it turns out at the end that he's actually going to be where she is, so he's not going anywhere. And he's talking about something we can, you know, be engaged for 9 months and then get married from there. And he's like really excited about this thing. So that's going to be really interesting next season to see how that plays out. And then there was another cliffhanger when Miss Gabby, who we all know is a virgin, was feeling sad about Matty. She's, you know, by the pool or whatever, and over walks Jake. And Jake is feeling down because he didn't get into Northwestern or whatever college it was that he thought he got in, but I guess they canceled his scholarship or something. I don't know, but he's not going away anywhere to school now. So and he has no backup plan. So, you know, he bumps into Gabby and he's feeling sorry for himself, and they start talking, and then they show them in the bed laying together. And I'm like, really? Because this is kind of what they did on, you know, Faking It. Two people sad and then, you know, they hook up. And I'm really kind of disappointed in this because I really liked Gabby, honestly. I thought that her being a virgin was cool. And it's like, why, like, I get the fact that people make mistakes in real life, but it's like, why write in that, you know, she sleeps with Jake? Like, really, MTV? Like, really? I just did not like that at all. And I don't like the fact that she lost her V card to someone that didn't matter. It's like, if you're going to have your V card, you're going to save it for somebody special. Like, why would you just lose it like that just because you're mad at somebody? I don't know. I kind of found it to be a little bit unrealistic, to be honest. But, yeah. So, getting back to that whole beach part. So, the last part of the episode shows Jake coming over to talk to Matty about Gabby. He's obviously feeling remorse that he slept with her, and he wants to tell her about it. So Matty's like, you know, you're pretty much my only best friend. You're the only one that I can trust. Da 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 da. So obviously Jake feels guilty about it, so he doesn't say that he slept with Gabby. And then we see Jenna running on the beach with this new cat. I don't even know his name. And Matty's like just kind of looking over yonder like, I see you, Jenna. I see you done moved on. Like, okay, I get it. And Jake is just like, you know, he's feeling guilty about the whole Gabby thing, but he's like, you know what? If you don't want to worry about Gabby, you know, just move on to Jenna. Let her know how you feel. And then Matty's like, I had my chance. And this kind of made me mad too, because you know what? We all know Matty and Jenna probably gonna finna get back together. Like, come on now. And it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, y'all really drawing this out. Y'all know they're finna get back together. I don't know. Maybe they won't. They probably are, though. It's like, come on, it's Matty and Jenny. They always get back together. And I've been saying this all season, and I thought for sure they would have been back together by now. But they still have not gotten back together. I was just kind of like, not. And you know what? That's what I really thought. I thought this episode, like the way they were playing out, talking about some, yeah, that's your soulmate. I was like, oh, okay, Matty's gonna finally go after Jenna again. Because Jenna's been wanting Matty this whole time. Matty's been just kind of like, okay. Like, it's so stupid. Like, Jenna's been wanting Matty this whole time. Right? And then it's just kind of like, just like that. You know, Matty wants her and she doesn't want him. It's just kind of like, get it together, y'all. Get back together already. Like, come on. So now we gotta wait all these months until the next season comes on for them to get back together. Well, I hope they get back together in the first episode of the new season. I really do. Because it's just kind of like, okay. But I guess this would make the show, I guess this is what makes the show good. You know what I mean? Like, you're waiting. If they got back together, it's like, what else are they going to write into the storyline? Like, what else is going to happen? I don't know. So, that was this week's recap and apparently the season finale. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. And I will talk to you in the next one. Ciao!